the right button. What is going on, guys? Oh my goodness, look at it. Look at the beauty. The chat. The chat is on the screen. Happy first day of Crimbo, everybody. It is a crispy... It is a crispy... My weather thing is not working. It is a crispy 17 with it feels like of 1 degree outside. We are alive and alive. My girlfriend is walking behind me. Oh, and she's leaving. She's exiting the room. She's gone. I can now prove to you all she exists, though. As typically, I have been streaming when she's not around. I believe she's getting a soda. That's what she's doing. And there she is. Sing the Witcher song with her Witcher headphones on. Anyhow, we're going back into Amnestria today. Possibly for the whole stream, possibly not. I'm not super positive whether we're going to commit to Amnestria as our as our game plan for tonight's stream. Obviously, I already did 3 hours today. I just was so excited after everything we accomplished today. I've just been so excited, as it were. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool, perfect. Live again, are we? Yes, it's my gift for the first day of Christmas, Wolfie, to all of my humble viewers, is that I'm back. Where did my axe just go? Okay, I am back for a second time today. I figured it would be such a treat for everyone if we were just back. But look, look at the chat. It's down there, dude. Look at it. And it's Comic Sans, because I was allowed to use Comic Sans as the option, and I was left to my own devices. I think the color should be fine as long as I'm not looking directly at the sky. I kind of went with the blue. Yeah. I don't really know what he needs to, or else he'll lose one. It's kind of like getting a quick smoke for him. Yeah, it's like heroin, you know? Like a good addiction. That's not implying that heroin is a good addiction. Like, I just mean, like, I need a good addiction. You know, honestly, there's kind of a moodiness to, like, my girlfriend's computer. Like, you can see her RGB in the back. It's pretty cool. I'm going to bed. I've been up since 2 a.m., but I did get my stuff edited and all the art done. I've earned my sleepy time. Why have you been awake since 2 a.m.? If we go to bed... Goodness gracious. And you guys should check out Wolfie's video. She actually put some stuff out. I actually, right now, I'm going to drop a link to all of it in the announcements of Chelsea's Clubhouse. Give me a second. Because she just dropped some pretty cool stuff that I actually am a fan of. If you guys like, she dropped some Fortnite stuff that I thought was pretty cool. But, like, for me, it's mostly, like, the editing and stuff in the actual act. He can't GM battles until he gets to quick gaming in. Yeah, it's a quick gaming. It's light gaming. A little bit of gaming. I cannot even find Wolfie's server. I'm lost. I'm so lost in the sauce. There it is. Yeah, I want to find this link. And then I also wanted to go to her other one. Yippee. Because I suffer from chronic nightmares and horrible sleep habits. I do not envy you. Let me tell you that much. I do not envy you. Good friend. Check it out. Perfect. Gotta correct my typing. Throw the add everyone on that thing. Boom. There we go. Got that out of the way for everybody. Good, don't envy me. It sucks. Yeah, I'm glad you're admitting that it sucks. There we go. Back in we go. Just this once, I'll say thank you for the shout out. Well, you know, Wolfie, I've shouted you out dozens of times over the course of the time we've known each other, and I imagine I will shout you out dozens more times. The video is very solid. I'm not a big Fortnite guy, but I watched all 14 minutes and some odd seconds of it because it was genuinely entertaining to me, and I found the editing style fun, and more than anything, I liked the intro. I liked the little art intro. It was very cool. And it reminded me kind of what I always wanted to do. You know, I kind of always wanted to do that weird. It's weird. It's like I always wanted to be good at art, but I just don't have the I don't have the willpower to get good at art, and I never will. You know, as such are these things. I did a little bit of research. Well, I appreciate that. I made it all by myself, sound effect and all. That's really cool, actually. I did a little bit of research in between streams. People were suggesting I play something called SevTech earlier. That mod pack does not look enjoyable, like at all. Like there's no fun part. It kind of just looked like it would be miserable to do. What the heck? Wake me back up, Scotty. Dude. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. It's taking me years to get where I am with my art, and I'm still finding it unsatisfied. Practice makes progress. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's one of the things I kind of had to pick something to get, like, good at arbitrarily, and I chose writing. You know, I chose getting really good at writing, and I preferred that. Yeah, no, it does seem to be, like, people are like, okay, Chauncey, you need to complete this mod pack, and then you need to find something that is somehow harder and more, like, more restrictive. I think next we'll do something, like, fun. I think is what we'll do. We'll probably play a mod pack that is enjoyable and allows us to feel powerful. Tonight, as it were, I actually think we're going to go off the beaten trail a little bit. I know obviously most of our audience is here during the daytime, as we have a very substantial European audience. So for my American folks, we're just going to dig into some like housekeeping. We're going to work on an actual effective storage system that's not just the cart. We're going to probably try to build something that looks a little bit more like a house. I have a couple you might enjoy if you want recommendations. I am always taking recommendations for what we should be doing. I also have kind of always wanted to do a low to no edit YouTube series that's kind of exclusive, so I'll probably work on something like that here pretty soon, where I just do like a 3-hour recording sections on my own and then chop it into 1 hours like on the dot, 2 streams in one day. I know I'm like Santa, dude. I'm like Santa. What can I say? Dude, no, Wolfie, yo, before you leave, you should use the exclamation point lurk command. I set one up. Oh my goodness. I'm a hero. What can I say? What can I say? I'm like a Rhodes Scholar. That's what I am. I bet I missed her. It's unfortunate. Yeah, also, yes, do great tech. See? I told you, it's popular demand. There we go, look at that. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. Exclamation point lurk works. Oh. What can a guy Chauncey do? What can a guy Chauncey do? Alright, we need water. And we need salt. Make some bread. Let's make some bread. Let's make some damn bread. Ooh, very nice. I approve. I'm still using my darkness slur because I've been using since 2020. I just wanted to show off the command, man. You can do as you please. You're a grown woman, Wolfie. You can do as you please. Oh god, I forgot. So I don't want to have to do that with storage. So I'm thinking we'll have to show me other things you made later. Yeah, absolutely, I will. Have a good night, everybody. Wish Wolfie good night. I need my bladder, and I need my salt. We're making dough, so we can finally make vanilla bread. But like, I mean like vanilla bread, not like bread that tastes like vanilla. Unfortunately, I do not think I'll be making bread that tastes like vanilla. I don't think we're at a complex enough time in our lives. Anyway, so I want to kind of try to work on building something that is not dog shit. To put things into kind words, you know? I think our goal tonight is going to be pretty easy. It's going to be like, let's try to get decent storage going. I'm honestly tempted to just like push into this next age just so we get a better storage option. But we'll see where my mind goes in terms of that as the evening goes on. Because obviously, I don't know where motivation is, you know? Right now, motivation was like, I was like sitting here and I turned to my girlfriend and I was like, I know we're kind of both sitting here just playing games. Do you think I could stream? You know, would that be cool? She was like, yep. And then I assume she immediately tuned me out because she's like locked in on The Witcher. She, in like 2 weeks, completely beat the main game and then went and did a bunch of side stuff and is now working on the expansion. It's pretty cool. She doesn't typically play a lot of video games, so it's been really exciting to see her get like really into something, video game wise. Hi Chauncey, what's up, dude? How we doing, man? Check out the chat, dude. The chat's there. Oh, it's there. Look at it. Oh, I'm looking at the sky, so you can't see it very well. But look at it. Oh my goodness, I did it. I figured it out. Oh, I figured it out. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichoke. I'm watching this in 380p. Bro, that's on you, dude. That's on you, bro. The chat is on the screen. That's all that I know. I'm watching this at 380p. I didn't even know 380p was a, is that a common, what's it called? Resolution? We're on screen now. Our bowling can be played in 4K. Probably regular 1080p. I'm seeing it in 4K, but whatever that's worth to you guys. Okay. Look at this good old-fashioned vanilla bread, guys. How cool is that? How cool is it? Dude, we're on the... Dude, we're evolving, we're eating complex food. My internet connection is just bad. I always forget that Drew's internet is just awful. I'm watching from a phone on lunch break. Lunch break? Fire, it's like either... It is either like it is either like nighttime or the middle of the night. I'm getting a new router come Thursday. There's no way after all this time, Drew, it's your router that hurts your internet, dude. Dude, I don't even want to know about that. It's almost 8 p.m. See, I'm also in Central Standard Time, so what confuses me is you just said you're on your lunch break. Oh, you're a third shifter. I don't even know. That didn't even, like, cross my mind, dude. I'm kind of just stupid. Yeah, let's go back to just, like, we be chopping wood and shit, dude. We be chopping wood. So much of this mod pack requires so much physical space. And because of just the restrictiveness of, like, unlocking stuff, it's kind of difficult to be like, okay, these are the blocks I want to build out of, you know? You're a committed viewer, Fire. Like, when I go on my lunch breaks at work, I literally am like, I become disabled, man. I like sit there and I just like can't do anything, and then I watch as the time ticks by in front of me, and then suddenly I have to go back to work. What the heck? Why does it look like that? What is going on here? I never understand the quick leap decay. Like, its logic doesn't always make a lot of sense, you know? Like, now it'll all go. LinkedIn job alerts. Thank you, LinkedIn. Where would I be without you? Alright, let's kind of, yeah, because we need to, like, we need... My brain is not... My brain is not functioning as rapidly as I like to. I'm stuffing my face with leftovers. Didn't you say you had Thanksgiving leftovers for, like, regular lunch? Because you had the Thanksgiving late? Or am I remembering Jed from earlier? I had those for breakfast. Oh, so you see, all Thanksgiving leftovers all the time, dude. I respect that. What am I looking for? What is on my brain? What is on my brain? Frontline. What is on my brain? Wet mud. Okay, so it's bone meal and... Okay, so then we should take... Go to the cart, and then we'll take... Dude? Dude? Dude, is that creeper gonna do what I think it's gonna do? Dude? I don't even... Like... Hashtag not all creepers, dude. Hashtag not all creepers. He's just traveling, dude. He's on the road less traveled, dude. Now we'll work on creepers are not an allegory. You guys, it was not that funny. It was not that funny. He's like, look, I'm okay. I agree that not all creepers, but like maybe this creeper. You know, maybe this one. Nope, nope, nope. Too slow, too slow, too slow. We're good. Life is good. Life is good. All right. Whew. All right, Mr. Horseman. You are good to go, sir. Bro, that creeper had his hands on. No, it didn't. The creeper was reaching for a gun. That creeper was armed, dude. Just because my body cam was off doesn't mean anything. Can a tasty sandwich be a hit? Oh, no, I can't. Alright, hold on. So you're gonna go sleep in the chair? Oh, you're falling asleep in the chair. Okay, bye. She works today. Unlike me, who doesn't work ever anymore. Gets us okay. Gets pretty far in terms of the wood. We can go back to our strategy here of kind of following the natural bow of the river a little bit. Does that make you the sugar baby? No, it makes me the one who got unemployed. Like how many days ago? Tuesday. So about a week ago on the dot. I wish it made me the sugar baby. She told me I have to go back to work. Alas. Temporary sugar baby, yeah. I'm a TSB. That's what that's the technical term. Hello, Mr. Horse. Soon you will be encapsulated by capitalism. Once I have capitalismed you. This man is keeping us unemployed persons down. If you were simply not unemployed, I wouldn't have to keep you down. Oh, you... into the walls, into the walls. All the horses go into the walls. Into the wall. And out of the wall. All before dark. Ad starts in 5 minutes. Dude, I am not a fan of ads, man. Why they keep playing, I don't know, man. And we're already out of wood. Well, you know. Starting to make progress a little bit. I too am encapsulated in capitalism. Yeah, it's all of us, bud. It is all of us. Okay, there's at least 10 more blocks, so I can at least do something like this here and kind of connect that. There we go. So now at least has the air of being a wall still. And honestly, this section, because it's just the stream, I will probably kind of try to... There we go. And then honestly, one more even. Now it's not impeding the flow of water, but it is a full wall protecting us from incursion. Incursion from the Red Menace, which is, of course, is communism. When I say I'm encapsulated in capitalism, I say that's just how happy I am. That's a determinator of how happy I am to be in capitalism. All great capitalists are encapsulated in capitalism. Oh, his Mr. Horseman over here's inventory seems to be full. Back to it, boy. Back to it, chump. So, like, we settled on such a nice looking piece of land, but then, like, as I'm, like, living here, I'm like, man, this is like a vacation kind of spot, you know? Let's say, hey, we live here place. But we're, like, locked in here. Alright, I'm not gonna do the thing that I do every time we play games, which is, like, move and then move again and then move again. Like, this is where we live. And one day, this will be a skyscraper. What the? Honestly, I might not waste my time, what's it called? Bone mealing trees. I might just go find more trees if we're doing real. It's my atlas. Dude, I am awful about, like, yeah, I am awful about, like, not clicking on the stupid horse or the stupid cart. Quiet. Ow! Did the sheep just... Oh, I must have stepped on the cactus. I was like, dude, there's no way. I'm sitting forward too much. It's hurting my back. There we go. Got this... Oh, goodbye. I'm sorry. How do you tame parrots? Does anybody know how to tame parrots? Can you tame parrots? No, you can tame parrots, but it's not with cookies. Don't tell me it's with cookies. I know it's not with cookies. Because in my long since past hardcore world that I did with some other streamers like a couple of years ago, one of them was like, that does not appear to be getting me seeds. One of them was like, no, Chauncey, don't worry. You can just, no need to move. Simply render the land, twist it to dark desire. No one can stand against the titan of this human industry. Exactly. I shall tear the land asunder to make forth what I desire, not what Mother Nature desires. Anyway, and my buddy was like, okay, go ahead, but he was like, go ahead and use the cookie, it'll tame it. And then it died. And I was like, dude, what do you mean? I was very hurt. It was a very hurtful time for me. And, like, he laughed, and like, man, an animal's dead now, you know? What if that was a real parrot? Do real parrots die when you feed them cookies? And then, like, what if I took that thought and was like, better find out, and then I went and killed a parrot? Like, that blood is on his hands, dude. And he would have never understood that. I feel sometimes like my greatness, you know, will be misinterpreted for a bit. That's what I fear, you know. I say all these cool and based things. Oh, there it goes. There's the ad. There goes the ad. We're not doing anything while the album runs. Ad it runs. We don't do anything while the ad is running. Because we don't want anyone left behind. We are silent while people struggle. I'm not teaming, I'm not teaming. You should have seen my last Hunger Games. Bam, 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 bam. I'm not teaming. I'm not teaming. You should have seen my last Hunger Games. Okay. The seeds have been acquired. There's 45 more bucks. So let's go back to the wall building mechanisms. I'm not teaming. No, I'm not teaming. You should have seen my last Hunger Games. Dude, I miss the Bayesian Canadian, dude. I'm gonna say it. I'll be the one who says it, dude. I'll die on the hill. That was good content, man. Jerome SF, dude. Like, that was the content that I wanted to watch. But I can't, like, go back and watch it now. Like, it's just not interesting anymore, you know? I'm like, man, wish it was, but it's not. Well, last I checked, Jerome ASF still did. He still made videos, but it was like all. He's a kids YouTuber, which is like strange to me because like I watched him and I wasn't a kid. Like I was a kid, but I wasn't like the kind of kid watching kids YouTube. You know, I was like 13. Maybe I was younger than that actually. Hold on, I need to do internet history really quick. Go to YouTube, youtube.com/Chauncey. Jerome ASF. He uploaded 34 minutes ago. He streamed 3 hours ago.
By the way, there is someone.
Videos. Let me go to oldest. 14 years ago? That would have been like 10. But I don't think I was watching him from like the very beginning. I watched. Try to see if I can find like something that I actually consumed. A piece of Jerome ASF media. It was like the Hunger Games series started 13 years ago, so I would have been 10. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I was a kid. Maybe it was always kid Chauncey that was interested in that stuff. I guess I was right, or I guess I was wrong. Alas. Alas, alas, alas. I saw his Prison Break stuff very briefly when I was but a wee lad. Yeah, and I know they used to play pretty often with like the Sky Does Minecraft and stuff. Those guys, and I know those guys are all ended up being like insanely messed up. But I don't actually like know anything about it. I was a pretty hyper online kid and like preteen, and then I became very separated from online until like COVID. And then I spent like a year extremely online, like everyone else. And then I really have never gotten really online again. Like I spend a lot of time online, but I don't have like the I don't know, I don't have the cultural signifiers of being like an online person, if that makes sense. Like I don't follow any of the people. I was 100% a Yogscast kid. See, I never really watched Yogscast so much as Captain Sparkles was my Minecraft YouTuber that I watched. Like I watched his what are they called? I watched his Ultramodern Survival and stuff a lot. I liked early Preston Plays stuff when he was like first making YouTube videos. When he was first doing what's it called? Parkour videos. I liked those. But obviously now that's like the last Minecraft drama I saw was that guy like fakes his videos or whatever, which is a strange thing to do, I guess. Like, why are we faking Minecraft content? I never really understood that. But I was really into Minecraft YouTube until like people like Dream got really popular. Like those people I never found interesting, like at all. Um, I'm sure there's like I'm sure there's some level of that's just my biases, like the people that enjoy that content. But like I never got into because I know like Dream SMP is a thing that people really enjoyed or enjoy. I have no idea if it's still an enjoyed thing, but I know that was a piece of content that people really enjoyed, and I didn't have that, you know. So I don't know. It's strange. It's strange the things that follow us content wise. Because like there's still plenty of stuff. Like I still watch Good Mythical Morning, despite how like kind of I don't know like traditionally cringe might be the word. Like they're obviously not like they're not making high art, you know. But I really enjoy the stuff that they make, and I enjoy watching it like with my morning breakfast. Once the streamers that cater to the hyper bright colors Tiger started to draw me younger audience. Yeah, there's definitely and I always thought watching YouTube when I was young, I watched YouTube and I tried to find content creators that like made me feel more grown up almost, might be the way. Like and it led me to dark spaces. Like I watched Leafy is here a lot, like in middle school. Like I thought that guy was so funny. And then like looking back, like no, not really. Um but like it got so much worse. I really do think the dividing line was COVID though, because it was like COVID was when the people that are our age, like the young 20s, the first people who really grew up with like YouTuber as a job around them, you know? Like when I was young, Markiplier and PewDiePie already had like a full, you know what I mean? Those guys, the titans of gaming on the internet already had pretty sizable audiences and were multi-millionaires and, you know, all the other stuff that comes with that. And so there's like the element of like, when the people who are really popular on YouTube now, like the people who are our age and are extraordinarily wealthy, they like really min-maxed it in a way. And the content being min-maxed like it was, and like it is, kind of drew away from me the appeal. Like the appeal to me was always this like this very personal moment that you had, right? Like I really liked old Captain Sparkle stuff because it was scuffed. You know, there wasn't any. He didn't edit things really. Like if you go back and watch like the original Captain Sparkle Survival series, or they streamed him and like Syndicate. These guys they streamed what was it called, Mayanite. Yeah, and I think there's just no authenticity now. I just think that that relationship was the thing that appealed to me. Like when I thought, oh, I want to be a streamer when I grow up. When I thought that this is what I wanted to do for my career, and it by all arguments, like if I could make this my career, I would. But when growing up, when you're like, okay, I want to do that, and that's what I want. The thing I wanted was the ability to just kind of turn on a camera and be myself, and that be the thing that people enjoy, you know? And that's why streaming was always more interesting to me than YouTube, because like YouTube always had the element, even at its early days, like it always had the element of like, okay, you're gonna, like, this needs to be edited, it needs to be curated content. And like I don't think, even as I'm like talking, because like we talked about, oh, I think I'm gonna start recording some like some footage and probably do a series or a game or a mod pack or something that's just gonna be on YouTube, so that there's a reason to go there, so there is some growth on there, because YouTube is obviously a better like content platform, you know? Like I don't want to say like the word passive income is so insane, but like if I were to ever make it, I would want to have both communities exist, so that there's the element of like I don't want to only make money when I'm streaming, if that were ever to like blow up. No, B Double is awesome. I never watched a lot of generic B, but I definitely know that like that's the style of content that I'm thinking. It's like that very like turn on the camera, walk through it, learn through it, and then be done. Just people who aren't sort of, yeah, exactly. And like that's the kind of content that I talk about. Like I keep using those filler words. Usually I'm not like that, as you guys know, but today I don't know, my head's a little scattered, but I it's really important to me that I like treat this content and this community like that, like content and like a community, as opposed to like a business venture, or Mr. Beast is a good example of that, where it's just like this overproduced slop. Like, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like the dude, as far as billionaires goes, he does good stuff, right? I guess like the charities and things are all good, but like the actual content itself is just not what I want to do. Like I don't want to have to censor myself or have to like change the content. Like when I upload stuff to YouTube, it's just VODs mostly, because like that's what I do when I play games, and if people are interested in watching that, that's the content I want to produce. Because I'm not like hedging crazy bets on this becoming a job or a career, because I'm not delusional. I'm not suffering the kind of what I would consider like fatal flaw of most people who jump into this platform, which is okay, I need to appeal to everybody so that my content can get in front of the most eyes so that it can make the most money, right? Like there's definitely that element, that's the vibe that I get from that content, from like the hyper polished pretty colors. Like it's not even just, oh, these people are doing this for kids. It's almost like, oh, these people are doing this so that they can take advantage of the fact that that's the community that like the most money comes out of. That's the demographic that the most money comes out of. And that's just not where my head's at, you know? If the even just min-maxing thing, it kind of reminds me of the whole gaming thing. Gamers will optimize the fun out of a game if there's the option. Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's like, I'm super cool with the backseat gaming and stuff, and like playing a game like this, a mod pack like this specifically, like there's very like necessary parts of backseating. Like I would throw if it weren't for some of the help you guys have been giving me, and like waste a ton of time. But there's also the element, like, I don't want to be playing the most maximum, like, I don't want to play the most maximally efficient way, because, like, that's just, it loses the fun. Like, I really am not that kind of subculture of, like, my skin, I don't know why something has made my face so washed out. The nighttime makes everything so orange on my screen. But, like, I have never felt the need, I guess, to arbitrarily be good at things, you know? Like, this content, I'd like to think, pretty confidently, to just keep tying back to, like, the content creation stuff. Like, I like to think pretty confidently that what I produce is good content. It's enjoyable to watch, it's enjoyable to spend time with. I hope that's the case, and if it's not, then it won't ever pick up, and then that's the court of opinion or whatever. But what I like to think is that the stuff that I produce whether it be my opinion that I share while we're like chopping logs, or whether it be the bits that we do when we're doing other stuff. I like to think that that needs a wiki to even figure it out. It's kind of the same as like, I don't know, WoW or League. Yeah, true. That's kind of what I was getting at. Is those are two different things. But like, I like to think that the content that I produce is good, and it doesn't have to be good for like everyone, right? Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want this content to be something that, like, I don't want you to come into the stream and be like, okay, Chauncey's streaming again. That means we are going to get this like formulaic output that I know what it means and I know what it looks like. Like, I want there to be consistency. I want you to know what like watching a Chauncey stream is like, but I don't think that I want you to be like, okay, I know what a Chauncey stream is like because a Chauncey stream is formulaic and dogmatic, you know. And so like the demographic that I want to capture, I guess, is people like me in a weird way. Like, I want the people who are watching this, and I think I've done I think I've successfully captured even just 6 to 10 people at a time for the last week, and much less than that before that. But I think I've successfully captured kind of the people, and now it's one of those things of just like hoping it's now I think it falls to luck, right? Because I think now I have a pretty reliable core of viewers. I can pretty much whenever, yeah, to retain my niche, sure. Like I can pretty much press the stream button and I'll get 6. 6 is like pretty guaranteed for me at this point, which is crazy, by the way. That's like I used to stream. This is so insane. I used to stream 8 hours a night, 7 days a week. You can ask Wolfie. Wolfie and I met during that time. And I got decently, like, that's where 370 of my followers came from on here. And I went from absolutely nowhere to get to a point where I was making a little bit of money. I think my largest payout I ever got was like $350, which is crazy. That's insane. But like the fact that in this week alone, we're already sitting at 6 people watching, and we're already sitting at, I think I just saw the revenue splash. It's like $90 something from the subs and from the bits and stuff from the last couple streams. That's like crazy. That's like a lot of money. To even just like think about. And so I don't know. I've been very. My confidence has been very enlarged in this whole streaming thing this last couple days, because I feel like something I missed before, something I didn't do a very good job of before, was I didn't really create content that was consistent. Like, it wasn't, my content was heavily dependent on the people I was around, right? If I was with a certain group of friends and we were playing something, I would have one kind of style, and if I was playing with a different group of friends, I'd have a different kind of style. And I was always really afraid of streaming alone. You know, whenever I wanted to stream, I'd be like, okay, hey, can we play a multiplayer game so you're in the voice chat with me? Or can we, hold on, excuse me. And so there's like that element of, there's definitely that element of, like an actual personality that is coming out now that never really came out for me. And obviously, like Arson says, like a decent chunk of that comes from people who previously know me. But here's the weird thing for me is like that map game community aren't my friends, right? I don't consider. This is going to be kind of harsh, but I don't consider nearly anybody in that community to be like my friend. It's a hobby that I enjoy, that I share with people, but like there's very few people who I'm like friends with. Like that's another community that I've built that's inside my niche, that I think is inside the same niche. Like there's 200 people in that Discord server, and I don't think that I like have made a personal connection with them. I think they just like the work that I've created, and this is another like an aspect of that work. So I don't know that I think that's a bad thing, you know? Like, you kind of say admittedly that's where it's from, as if like there's a shame in being able to levy a pre-existing community. But I think more than anything, that just shows to me like I have, even with just a half dozen, 2 dozen people, like I've made that kind of almost that level of connection with people, which like that's exciting to me. If you throw 200 people at a muse to follow, they're likely to follow your stream, to watch your stream. I'm so sorry, but I don't know what if you throw 200 people a muse to follow, they're likely to watch your stream. Is that a typo or am I just stupid? Am I just dumb? 6 of 200 is 3%. Yeah, no, 6 of 200 is 3%. But like the first day there was 16 people here. So like obviously you don't catch everybody. But like more than 6 people would click. And like every stream gets a handful of like every stream gets like 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, you know, unique viewers. You know, 6 is just that consistent number of people who are here at all times. And like the VODs don't do great, but like one of them has 9 or 10 views, and there's people watching. There's some people watching, which is all like it's like I said, it's more than I could ever engage with. Like there were streams when I was first streaming where nobody would say a message. Like I would stream for 8 hours and there wouldn't be a single one. I looked up SevTech on Twitch on a whim. There's no way you were just like feeling the SevTech. I'm gonna go on Twitch right now. I legitimately think I'm probably the only person on all of Twitch playing SevTech. Yeah, I am. There's StarTech, but if you search SevTech, I am the very top thing that comes up. That's funny. A person or personified force of the creation. Oh, you literally meant a muse. Okay, that I just didn't like that. Didn't catch. I kind of thought you were talking about the British rock band, so I was kind of lost. Anyway, that's pretty interesting. I was just feeling there were 2 other people playing the first day I watched. Interesting. Did you check out their streams? I would love to see other people be playing this pack. That's also why I kind of don't want to like when I'm talking about like, oh, maybe I'll start playing another mod pack as a YouTube only thing. Is I also don't want to I don't want to get tucked too tightly into the niche, you know? I don't want somebody to the only way somebody to stumble upon is going to stumble upon me is by discovering that I'm playing SevTech, you know? It's crazy to me that there's still people play. Like, I kind of thought this was a niche, as it were. I did not. I joined yours and I was like, these are the vibes. I'm here. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna complain. I was just curious to see if you had interacted with them at all, because I am always looking for new streamers to watch and new streamers to consume, especially of like our size and similar. Something that Wolfie and I have been able to do that made like our communities really tight, especially early on, is that we just like constantly like build each other up and we constantly shout each other out, and it's been really good. Wolfie is much bigger than I am. Wolfie is a much bigger content creator than me. They've been doing it much longer, for what that's worth. But they absolutely rock it. They definitely make different content. It's not the same niche at all. But Wolfie and I are good friends, but we do not make the same content, nor is our content for the same people. Like I shout them out and they shout me out, but like, and our communities are tight because of how close we are personally. But like, if you like my stuff, that doesn't guarantee you're gonna like Wolfie stuff. I think of it kind of like, I can't think of any 2 content creators that are like that in my mind. I was gonna try to be like, sound all smart and be like, I kind of treat it like this, but I don't really treat it like anything. I play SevTech ages, man. Interestingly, a mod pack that I would really like to revisit in this kind of series that this is the first of, is I want to go back to Death Stranding. Or Death Stranding, that's a different game. Space Stranded, Crash Landing. Crash Landing is what it's called. I got there. Death Stranding is not a game that I will probably stream. I'm not into the big narrative games usually. But Crash Landed is an even older mod pack that I enjoyed a lot as a kid. We talked about Captain Sparkles. I enjoyed watching Captain Sparkles do it. It was the first, because he streamed it on Twitch, and I had no idea what Twitch was. And like in one of his YouTube videos, he was like, this is streamed on Twitch every day. And like that's what got me to watch live stream, which is crazy. Because like you think of like a YouTuber, you know, and Captain Sparkles you think of like as a YouTuber or whatever. But I got really into his live streams, and you know, that's where that took me. I also played that one, also inspired by CS. CS? Am I dumb? Oh, also inspired by Captain Sparkles. I'm just so stupid. That's interesting. What I look for is world building and engagement with the world you're participating in when you game. I'd like to think I'm doing a pretty good job at that. And obviously, I'm very engaged building our palisade here in Amnestria. I've never really gotten so far into a Minecraft thing. Like this, I'm already like way more invested in the world itself than ever before. Like you say that, you're like, oh, what I look for is world building and stuff. Like I've never really built a world. Amnestria is kind of the first one where we're building our fort, and we'll probably name it probably in our next like daytime stream when there's more people around. But yeah, this is a different deal for me. All of that like 30 minutes to say that I am grateful for you guys and that I hope that the content I create is good. Go back to the Darklands. I wish you'd die. Somebody get this guy. If I go back to the Darklands, like all semblance of content goes away, and I just like be frustrated. That's what happens if I go back to the Darklands. Fort Angel. I'm not going to name my fort at in Amnestria after your Chance 14 Hejcadpat. Oh my god, my phone had a stroke. I assume you were trying to say Chance 14 mean. I got something in my eye, dude. I got something in my eye. You know, obviously people there's kind of that what's it called? There's that random randomness effect where like, for example, a good one is Fire. Fire literally like looked for a specific mod pack that we just happened to be streaming, and that's really cool to me. Like I hope I want that. Obviously, it's not very reliable as a means of content, as a means of like, we'll call it like advertisement or marketing. But I want that to be how people find me. You know, I want people to like know what they're looking for and then be comfortable that they found it when they find me. And something that this is again kind of a confidence thing for me, and maybe you guys can weigh in because obviously you guys consume my content and I produce my content. Like so many streamers that are my size are just silent. Like I look for streamers to watch a lot, not because I know there's like the weird like okay all small streamers get together so that they can make their streams bigger or whatever. It's not for that reason that I do it. It's actually because it's much simpler. I long for the early days of the internet, just like we were talking about, and I just want that kind of like smaller streamer connection. Like less than 200 viewers is like my sweet spot. And so many of them that are like my size, our size, I guess, if we're gonna parasocial it up. So many of them that are our size are just like so quiet, and like they just don't talk. Like I don't know, it's just interesting. Yeah, I need a parasocial relationship, and I like grow a mustache. I don't think I'm gonna grow a mustache. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really helps somebody to talk about. Yeah, and that's something that like I owe entirely to Outland Saga. 1, 2, 3, 4 is because like they've granted me enough people. I will not grow a beard, and you made me lose my count. I've attracted enough people immediately that like literally always when we're streaming I have people to talk to. But like I do a pretty good job talking to myself. I do say so myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 tall. Is the rest of the wall 4 tall? And it's just no, the lava, no, the lava, no, the lava. 1, 2, 3, and all of the wall needs to be 1 block taller. First of all, and second of all, I need to do something about the lava. Let's go get cobblestone. Grow a beard. Why are we? Is that a reference to something, or you guys just like both decide that you're gonna tell me to grow facial hair? You never know. At first, no one likes beards, but then they really grow on you. I am not. I've grown my facial hair out. I have grown my facial hair out before, and it's just not like I did the clean shave and everywhere, but the mustache for a while, and it just doesn't look super good. And it also like the biggest problem that I had with it is it never filled out very good. It always remained pretty unsubstantial as far as facial hair goes. What if the whole wall had burnt down? Dude, if the whole wall had burnt down, that might have ended. Because this is like the cozy, chill building stream. If I just like wasted another hour of my life, that would have been rough. That would have been rough. Will not lie. Okay, so the whole wall needs to be 1 block taller. That's what we gathered from all of that. Need to go repair the axe again. Or I guess I have cobblestone because I put some. What the heck? You can make. That is insanely awesome and will be remembered. It won't be remembered. Dude, I still have this thing in my eye. It's all fun and games until it's all gun and flames. That's getting pinned. I like that a lot. That one gets to be pinned in the chat. It gets to be pinned for 20 minutes. There you go. You get to be held in comment for 20 whole minutes. I managed to at some point like completely. I've gone FDR mode again. So the blanket. Holy moly! I need to get on my own. I don't have any mods right now. Oh my goodness! Hold on, guys. Don't go to that website. Don't try to buy streamboo.com. Don't do that. Channel. Blanket. Oh no. Mute myself. Okay. Boom. Create a dashboard. Mod view. As a very hairy person, I'd have a full beard at 15. That is like actually crazy to me. Like, I cannot imagine being able to grow facial hair like that. Mod view. And ban. There we go. I think now I know where babies come from. No! Arsenic, no! Need to cut down more trees, get more wood to make it all even. And then we gotta like kind of figure out, we don't have access to modern commodities such as, both me and my sister had testosterone imbalance. Obviously as a guy I wasn't nearly as effective. That's crazy. That's rough. That means that I'm pretty much guaranteed to go bald. Man. It's you blossom early but you wither early too, huh? Is that how that works? I actually, like, obviously I do the full ponytail thing. Like, I have pretty good hair genes. I grow a lot of hair. Like, in my head, like, on my head, and, like, I grow a lot of hair, like, on my legs and stuff. But, like, never grew on the chest. Never got there. Never grew in the face. I plan to go for the biker look. Really? You read my name. First you gather, I like fire, then deadly poisons, then addictive chemicals. See, I actually didn't go in that order. I thought it was fire, then... No, I thought it was nicotine, then arson, because somebody else said arson, and then somebody else said arsenic. I've only solely gone on the opinions of other people, okay? Cheap viewer... Guys, there's cheap viewers. Guys. I can get rid of that one quick. That one was easier to get rid of. What a strange thing. Sydney Sweetie has good genes. See, that's funny. That was a good joke. It's interesting to me that like that issue, the like people, the bots that are like, hey, buy viewers from me, still exist. Also, do people actually buy bots on Twitch? Is that a thing? Like buy botted views. I mean, surely it is. Like, otherwise it wouldn't work. Or, like, otherwise they wouldn't exist. But... Message deleted. We will be protected. This is like, the wall is like my Patriot Act. What Y level do you stand on? You stand here and it needs to be 4 blocks tall, so it is one more. Oh yeah, I guess you get paid based on people watching ads. I forget about that. But like it's not that there's no way it's that much money, right? Like I guess there's no way, let me rephrase. There's no way it's more, you earn more money than it costs to buy. Like it's got to be a scam, right? Where like the person who's doing the money mostly comes from the person who's doing the botting. You're Trump maxing right now with this wall. I'm not Trump maxing. We're not keeping anything. We're trying. Ultimately, the wall is to keep the horses in when we actually get enough. When we get some leads, we'll bring all the horses in, and then. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We're out of wood again. Go over to the forest over here. Could also be a social manipulation thing. Oh, like, okay, so you see this guy has 400 viewers. That means his content must be worth watching, so I'm gonna watch the content. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah, because there's definitely the element, like, I don't watch streamers who have 0 views, which I know is just not good. I just, like, if you don't even have your friend watching, like, I don't know. You don't actually really have a lot of viewers, some people are such sheep. what a strange. Yeah, I mean, that's just basic social engineering, right? I think that way, and like I think all of us do, especially in this like generation, like this time on the internet. Generation's a weird word to use, but where you go, oh man, this person I liked from YouTube when I was a kid only gets like 4,000 views now. Man, he's fallen off. Like, what's to say his content has changed, you know? Oh, like, start chopping down big trees. Paramount game. Okay, I didn't recognize that it was you at first, Drew, and that you said that because I was gonna be like, okay, me and one of my buddies went, and I'm still gonna tell the anecdote, but one of my buddies who's in the chat, but me and one of my buddies were just kind of going down memory lane, and there was a YouTuber that I liked a lot in my youth, that got me into a lot of the like the RTS games that I like, and the YouTuber's called Baron Vine Gaming. But on a whim, my buddy and I were just like, "Hey, let's look into him. You know, like let's see what he's up to." And all of his thumbnails are AI art, and like, it's just interesting. It's just sad, and like he gets plenty of views. Like I know he still does fine, I'm sure financially, and like his personality hasn't seemed to change that much. But just like the idea that like AI art on the thumbnails, man. Like, as long as AI art has been viable, too. We went back, and it was, like, at least a year. Just all AI, man. It was a bummer. Yeah, nobody being immune to propaganda is interesting, you know? And everybody thinks they are. Just acknowledging that isn't enough, right? Like, I very blatantly, in my mind, I'm like, okay, no, I can parse the facts. I know reality. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god. 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there 8? Is it 8? Am I counting correctly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay. 1 for good measure. That was a terrorist attack. Drew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy moly. 6. There's 7 there. There's 8 there. 7. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of water. This bottle of water was full. I don't know if you can see that. This bottle of water was full. It's becoming more and more terroristic in nature. It's almost over. Hey, hey. Do you need your string? Thank you, sir. Your donation has gone to the donation bank. Okay, cool. Nothing? Damn. Damn, no good spider. Climbing over my walls, taking my jobs. That one was uncalled for, man. That one was uncalled for. Didn't deserve that. Oh my god. Just you wait, boy. Once I put tiki torches all over this place, I'll be free. I'll be free from your kind. Download hydrate mod. What is that? What is hydrate mod? The wall's done. We've completed the wall. And there's no wall greater. It's the Great Wall. That's what they call it. They call it the greatest wall. One of the greatest of all the walls. I'm ironically going to do the deranged. Like, we're bringing this baby all the way down. We're not going to impede water flow, but one day, we may impede water flow. Perfect, okay. Get me out of here. Now you can begin working on the manor. Ah, indeed. 20,000 dinar. Can you hit me? Can't. We're good. Life is good. Okay, it actually, now that it's complete, looks pretty solid. It actually doesn't look awful. I mean, it's just a wooden wall, but it doesn't it's not like this horrible eyesore on the community, you know? The HOA is not going to be enraged. The zombies, they tell me, Chauncey, I've seen plenty of walls. This wall, it's the best wall. They told me that, you know, my uncle designed very big walls. He went to the Wall Institute of Technology, the Missouri Institute of Walls. I decided to change the bit midway through. He's a very smart man. I think it's genetic, you know? I think it's genetic. I asked him, I said, if you were on a boat, what the hell? I asked him and I said, if you were on a boat that went down and there was a shark, or there's a very big battery and the big battery was gonna electrocute you, you had to pick between one. I'm picking the electrocution, let me tell you, folks. My uncle is very smart. And my 20k fishery and unsolicited, and with an unsolicited voltage. Bro, the upkeep got fixed, bro. You don't gotta keep whacking it out, man. The upkeep got fixed, man. It's just me. It's me and 85 players, man. People like you keep me from running the game, man. There we go. Alright. Commerce is good. Commerce is good right now. Alright. So now we need bark. We need so much bark, folks. We need a working blade. And we need to go into the woods and we're going to declaw all the trees. We need like a top 5 favorite fiefdoms go. No. We need a wall. No, I mean, what's the opposite of a wall? A door. We need a door of some kind. Hey, I'm realizing now we might have to go to the Darklands. I don't know how much Darklands wood I have left. Today's stream might unironically have to include going to the fucking Darklands. And I really, really cannot stress enough how bad I do not want to go to the Darklands. You've never seen bark like this. Some people say dogs, but dogs don't really bark. They go woof. And I've seen the books, folks. I've seen them. They tested my brain, folks, and they asked me, they said, what does the dog make? What sound? And I told them, folks, I told them it makes woof, son. It's a trick question. They want you to say bark, but they don't bark. Dogs say woof. The cat says meow, though, folks. They want to confuse you there. They say, does the cat purr? The answer's no, folks. You do not say yes to that one, folks. They're lying to you, folks. That comes from Big Cat. Big the Cat, like from Sonic the Hedgehog. Illegal migrants from the Darklands, they keep taking our jobs. The next thing you know, the Outlanders, they're taking your job. They're coming from the out. What even is the Outland, am I right, guys? What even is the Outland, folks? We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows where the Outland is. Nobody knows, but we keep asking. We keep saying, where's the out? What separates the out from the in, they say. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, crafting rock? Where the hell is my... whatever. New crafting rock just dropped. Okay. Let's think. Let's use our noggins. Do we need to go to the Darklands? No, we do not. Ladies and gentlemen, it matters not if we have to go back to the Darklands today. Because at least we don't... or tomorrow, because at least we don't have to go today. And I take simple solace in the fact that I will not have to go back to the Darklands biome today. I'm a simple man to please. This has been Chancellor Chauncey. Chancellor Chauncey, back to arsenic for the winter. For the weather. I forgot how to read. Folks. They never taught me. Okay, we need more wood. The Donald Trump impression, like, takes it out of me. It embodies me. Okay. Pretty soon here, I'm gonna take a restroom break, just so everybody has a heads up, because they made me drink another full bottle of water today. Which puts me like, I'm like multiple full bottles of water in today because we did 2 streams. Which, you know, that's good for your, good for health. Good for health. Okay. And then it's something, it goes a little something like this. The illiteracy bleeds through it like a bloodline curse. Literally, I feel myself get dumber, you know? Thank goodness I don't feel any of the other opinions come in, you know? Still good to be good old me on the other stuff. But I do get stupider. That much is true. Maybe, is there like a meta to just like live in the Darklands? I feel like that could have been a good idea. Because think of like the infinite food supply that comes from the wolves. Where'd the bark go, people? All bark, no bite. The bark is gone. I wish you could make double primal chests at least, you know? I think for me, like, the most decaying piece of this is just the overwhelming, like, mediocrity. Okay. So now we go in here into our little dungeon room. I'm gonna dig it out a little more. I'm gonna get more blocks in both these directions. And this is all gonna be chests on this wall. And then kind of move the torch probably. I hope that I might not move the torch just because I think the torch probably breaks when you break it. That's probably too much. There's no meta here. You're gonna have to travel, and centralizing almost anything once you get into the industrial era is damn near impossible. What does that mean? Like, is it like Factorio? Do I have to like build trains and shit and be like, okay, we're rolling this way, rolling that way? I guess that kind of builds towards like our kind of gimmick that we're doing, because then I can build like, we can build forts at the different resources and factories that we need and connect them by infrastructure. Could be good. Could be good. It's kind of also crazy, Fire, that you managed to stumble into us like right when we got started, as opposed to I can't hear you as I'm at work, but know that I'm thoroughly sad that I can't make the stream. Poor Credence. Somebody typed to Credence that we hope he has a good day at work and that we're sorry that he can't make it. Take care of how you might see tonight. Probably not Outland. That's real. He is probably going to see me in Outland tonight. Oh no, you can't put it in your own hands. You're kind of restricted to. I kind of wish I just had a real crafting table, you know? Gotta go cut more wood. Thank goodness it's the wood that I need to be here for, not the wood that I need to go to the Outlands for. I feel like this was a really good idea just for our Outlands playthrough, just because that way, when I get onto like the quote-unquote main streams, the morning streams that we've been doing, we don't have to dedicate so much time to all of this stuff. Oh, the ad breaks in 5 minutes. That would be when I take my bathroom break. That's fine. We'll take a 5-minute rest or a 3-minute rest. I'll throw on for the wonderful subs. I'll throw on some video game music into the background, and I will step away and use the restroom and stretch my legs a little bit and have a brief chat with the girlfriend, probably. Unless she went to sleep. She did say she was falling asleep at the desk earlier. There's a lot of negative to be said about the ads. The ads do make for a good, like, once an hour, get up. Don't be sitting here the whole time you're streaming, you know? And I hope you guys use that opportunity to stand up and stretch your legs a little bit. Maybe get yourself a snack. You know, we're here a long time. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. No, I actively just decay away. Okay, well, stop decaying away, Drew. It's not good for you. One day there won't be any more of you to decay, and then what? Hydrate? Just saying the word hydrate is so... Oh, it's goofy. I don't know why I think that's so funny. It's like a trigger word. Sets me off. I'm like a winter soldier. There we go. There are 5 more chests. Chest. Soon enough, we'll have like the equivalent of like 2 full double chests. How many do I need? So I have 2 there. So then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Need 10 more. Need 10 more chests, which means I need 80 wood. Which means I do not have enough wood. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. I hate it. I knew it was coming and it still jump scared me. What a stupid mechanic. Stupid. What a dumb mechanic. What a dumb mechanic. These ones also make the door noise. They do. I need wood. I need to go back out to the... I need to go back out. Get more wood. Gotta keep things moving. Can't start stagnating now. We're at the finish line. Okay, the ads are about to begin, which means my break is about to begin. So I'm actually going to take this opportunity. I didn't even notice. I'm going to go use the restroom. I'm going to take 3 minutes. everybody, we're gonna take 3 minutes. Everybody should get up. Everybody should stretch their legs a little bit. Everybody should take a deep breath. You know, let yourself chill. Like I said, I'm gonna throw some music on for those of you who are gonna just sit here. I'll see you guys in like 3 minutes. I always click the starting soon button. I mean to press the live viewing button. We're back. Hope everybody had a good couple minutes. Good couple minutes to stretch your legs and get out from in front of the computer for a second. Your phone died. That's like actually toxic. That's terrible. Do you think that's an excuse to not like be here? Or... I'm gonna start behaving like I'm like your guys' boss. Like a toxic work confrontation. So, Fire, noticed you didn't come to last stream. I think that's got a good reason for that, or it's gonna be my new bid. I was here just Fire. It's crazy. Oh yeah. So what I was saying was I honestly just assumed you didn't catch it and you just kept listening. It's goofy that you managed to make it back. What I said was, it's interesting that you managed to like stumble upon our stream like literally, right when we got started on SevTech, like while searching for SevTech. it's interesting that like you found exactly what you're looking for. Like, I wonder how does one recreate that? You know, lightning in a bottle moment. I just need to. We need to like generate artificial buzz on like Twitter about SevTech ages. Oh, does anybody remember this? And then we need to get people artificially to look up SevTech ages. Be like, who's the one guy streaming SevTech ages right now? Oh, that's the Chauncey guy. Never heard of him. Perfect storm was preordained. It truly was. Fate, as it were. I'm wondering if... So I'm obviously, once I get reemployed, I won't be able to stream every day. I'm hoping that I'm able to find a good time. So the reason, one of the big reasons I haven't streamed in so long is the job that I ended up taking, the promotion that I took that put me into kind of like that corporate management space, reduced the amount, like I was just exhausted constantly. So something that I'm doing, which might be kind of insane, is I'm looking for a job primarily based on the fact that I need an availability to be able to live stream. It's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I want to do. And like ultimately, I live pretty frugally. I have a pretty decent chunk of savings. As long as I can find something that can cover my bills and then a little bit of savings, then I can really dive into this passion. And that's kind of my goal, you know? I like I said earlier, I don't think that I'll ever, like, I don't think this is going to be, like, a career. I don't know that an internet career is really a career for anybody except, like, the 100 most successful people, you know? But I would like it to be a good supplemental, like a part-time job, you know? In terms of, like, where it fits in the economic role. As far as where it sits in, like, my heart, you know? I think this is probably the number one thing that I do. I really, really enjoy creating content. Just like talking to people, talking to myself even, you know? Sometimes it's like it's almost therapeutic, you know? Be like, hey guys, I'm gonna turn on the screen and we're gonna play Minecraft and we're gonna talk about Minecraft. Sometimes we're gonna talk about other stuff, but I think that's I'm having such a reflective evening, you know. I am opening up a Baja Blast, ladies and gentlemen. A canned Baja Blast. Supplement the fact that I'm like really weirdly snacky right now, but I've had 3 square meals today, so I don't really know why my stomach is like, eat more buddy, eat more. Really don't quite know. Oh my goodness, should have been keeping an eye on that. That's on me. Yeah, I don't know. That's my overall take on that. As far as that Methria goes, holy moly, are we making progress? Like, I was up on that hill and I looked over and I was like, holy moly, we have like a whole fort going. We'll clear all the grass out. We're gonna tonight. My goal before we end the second stream of the day, my goal is to get all of this chest wall done, get all of our storage reorganized, and then I want to clear out all the tall grass, get kind of a farming situation going, get something like that taken care of, and then I want to go into a... I don't typically remember to do automated, but they do have entire jobs centered around working 3 days on and then being off 4 days at a time. But isn't it like 14 hours a day for those 3 days? Like, isn't it just kind of misery? I think ultimately I'm like condemned permanently to corporate management. Like I'd love to do just like even honestly, if I could get a basic like livable wage at its most basic like level, I'd be just a regular retail worker, man. Like I don't think I'd be incapable of doing that at all. 10 to 12 hours, yeah. They try to get people to get people close to the 40 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12, but I have 2 arguments. 10, I have 3. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, like the stuff I've been looking at, I might try to be a general manager for a coffee shop. I have an interview for that tomorrow. It seems to be pretty low, like hours, but decent pay, and would still be able to get where I want to be career-wise, while still being able to do this. I also have a really big interview. I have a really big interview that I'm really excited about, for a local kind of food place. That's franchised out, but not huge. It's not like a McDonald's. That could be really exciting. More than anything, the thing that I want to do, as insane as it sounds, the real adult job that I would want would be to work managing a bookstore. But bookstores are really weird as far as like hiring. Like none of them are hiring at all, man. Like at all. And that's a bummer. It's a bummer. I would love to do that. Like I've been talking about that since like for years now. Like if I could get out of food and I could just like choose where to go, I would want to be in a bookstore. Like a coffee shop is like what's the word? It's like it's book adjacent, you know. Backup rock ready. I'm gonna backup rock prepared. Start your own card in TTRPG as the funds to actualize Outland as a marketable game. Dude, the amount of like I know I said I had a comfortable savings. I do not have start a business savings. And I also, as much as I'm good at like corporate middle management, I'm good at middle management. There's a certain level of like financial responsibility that I just don't I'm not cut out for. I don't think that would unfortunately hinder my ability to do something like that greatly. Trust me, I like all other people wish I could monetize my hobbies. You know, we all wish we could. But like this is about as close as I'm ever gonna get, I think. Which is a good thing. I thoroughly enjoy doing this. You know, I was one of those guys whose friends always was like, "You should start a podcast, dude. You should start a podcast, dude." Like, sorry, start a doomed game store to market your own game. Real, I could do that. I could do that. Except I don't think I could run my own game either, or I don't think I could make my own game either in like a marketable capacity. I need more bark. We must go circumcise more trees. Trees must be circumcised. The trees, they must be circumcised. That's enough. We got enough. We got enough bark, ladies and gentlemen. Use the non-existent funds to hire a series of unpaid interns to make the game for you. See, now you're cooking. I could also use the unrealized potential of a person of dedicated people interested in an idea, you know, and then take advantage of them. Like all those like MMO scammers, the people who are like, "Oh, I'm making an MMO. Would you like to dedicate? Like, would you like to volunteer your time?" And then they trick people into volunteering to make MMORPGs for them without like the understanding of how overtly complicated that kind of game is to make. Hey, sell it to me straight fire. Is this a huge waste of time? Am I going to like immediately unlock regular chests like as soon as we start stream tomorrow, or like is this at least in some way a responsible way of doing storage? Once you hit the new age, yeah. Fortunately, I think it's going to take me 100 hours to get that far, so we're just gonna kind of hope you get a cheaper recipe. No, I don't. I don't believe you. Don't know why you'd lie to me like that. Why'd you? I'm not gonna comment on the fact that you let me get an hour and 40 minutes into a stream entirely dedicated to making chess before going, oh hey, by the way, just so you know. Alright, we go blocks, and we can go woody blocks into stony blocks. And then we go... We can sort by color, that'd be funny too, right? I don't know if it's the next stage or the one after it. Well, see, those are two wildly different things, see. We're not going to sort by color. That was a joke before anybody says anything. Sorting by color would be insane. Okay. We're going to go plantables, plantable, and then we'll go down the line will remain. These will all be plants and plantable things. This is this goes in the wood chest. Blocks. So we'll just kind of do this. Just kind of do this. Stony, stone. Dirt is kind of stony. Cool. Go wood. Bone block is basically stone, you know. Actually, we could probably just make a bones only chest. That'll be miscellaneous blocks. This will be greens. This can be bones. This can be animal drops. That's a beet. Animal drops. And we can kind of do animal drops of any kind of food or otherwise. And then that'll be both of these. Will be food of it. Nose pack is fuzzy and nearly 8 years old. Yeah, that's fair. That's real. Clay is kind of a stony deal. Okay. Go back over here. Okay. Back into plantables. Itch my freaking ear. Go into wood. Stone. Into mob drops. Rawhide can go into mob drops. Raw chicken goes into mob drops. We'll do... This button should help me a little bit. And then we'll go... Plant. Plant. Animal fat is mob drop. Leather strip can kind of also be a mob drop. Bark and resin comes from wood. That's a plantable tree sapling. Nearly as many wolf pelts as we have wolf heads. This kind of one of these deals look like this. Okay, plantable, 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 plantable 2, plantable 3. If there's anything else, I'm pretty sure you can upgrade all your old proto chests into vanilla chests. That would be very nice. Whoa! That would have been cool to know that I could do that. This is sick. Wish I knew I could do that before all of the other moving things I've done so far. Save me some steps here. All right, here we go. Low-grade charcoal is a wood-like item. We go into growables. Well, first and foremost, we press this button. Okay. That gets us that far. Saplings are growable. We'll go over here, and this is just going to be like books and or tools. Can go into this one. Like this column pillar, as it were. I have 2 rocks for crafting. Flint is a stony. Plant fibers and twine go into the plant fibers and twine. This is also a tool of some kind. So when you make the female armor that doesn't actually protect your vital organs, when do you make the female? Are you implying that I'm a woman? My community is so odd. What an odd community. Alright, and this can go shadow gems. Salt. Salt is a stone, right, guys? Your Minecraft character might be... My Minecraft character is me, dude. My friend Christina made my Minecraft skin. Look at me. She puts me in different outfits whenever we play different mod packs. We were doing a farming mod pack last, so I have a farming uniform. All right, we did it. All right, next thing's next. We need dirt, and we need bone meal. Bone meal we put here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna need more than that. We'll just take a 64 stack. We'll go here, and then is it this simple? What is that? That is pile of dirt. What is pile of dirt? You can make dirt slabs with it. Miss chance to start off as an Unga Bunga caveman. See, I could have had that opportunity, but I also literally decided, I said, hey, I think I'm going to stream today, and then within 15 minutes was streaming. When I streamed the first time. I put no thought into it whatsoever outside of like, hey, I want to be live streaming right now. Corn. A pile of dirt is dirt, but in a pile don't. I bet you think you're so damn smart. I bet you think you're so damn smart. Everybody around you thinks you're so smart. Okay. Cool. Let's go conquer some land. Is there a... Do I have access to a shovel? Have I just been not making a shovel? Yep. Yep, I have access to a shovel. Okay. I put the crafting rocks away. I'm too stupid. I'm too dumb. When you guys got, like, chase around everyone... When you guys got, like, chase around, everyone looks smart. Someone liked your comment. Someone liked my YouTube comment, dude. That's so based. What? Can I sleep? Okay, cool. Okay. To the fields! Or the lack of fields. Let's do... Okay, before anything else, let's do the great clearing. Is that rice? Have I finally unlocked rice for all this time? The first sign that we have tamed the land shall be the lack of tall grass. You guys remember when the rats attacked us yesterday? That was kind of crazy. So yesterday was that this morning. Either way. Remember when we were attacked by rats earlier? Are the rats of any significance? Fire? Like, are they gonna, like, is there a rat king? When they locked you in a room with rats? I was crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room with rats. And rats made me crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room with rats. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. You were just in the way of my colonization of the land. Still days of Ars Magica. Dude, Ars Magica was a crazy... If I could ever put you guys onto old content to just watch... I think they're the ones that still fit... Yes, they are the ones who can still fit in the chest. I remember that from their mod. And I also remember the horrible screeching noises they make, but I remember that from today. Anyway, if I could put you on Maya Knight Season 2, Captain Sparkles... I watch that, like, once a year. I rewatch all, like, 80 episodes they did. It's modded Minecraft RP, dude. It's so good. It's so well done. And if only, like, all of the people involved hadn't, like, fallen out and, like, everything fallen apart, we could have just, like, great content to modern day. Like, of the 4 people, 2 of them were a couple and they broke up, and... The other one was Syndicate, who was a COD streamer who I think, if I remember correctly, promoted, like, a scammy, like, gambling website and got in trouble for that. Like, anyway. If I ever put you on content that's not mine, let that be the content I'll put you on. Pulse Source Jr., so base, dude. Pulse Source Jr., that's hitting me in a way. You know, that gets me. That's some good content. That's old content. Someone here is you should start your own modded community RP. I could get behind that. But I think I'd have to have... I would like to have a significant enough community that it would be paid for by the community, if that makes sense. Like, I would like my Twitch income to pay for the server. So I'll probably, maybe I'll sit down and calculate that and make that, like, our goal. Like, that's our follower goal or whatever. Is whatever amount I calculate I need for it to be paid for so that I don't have to pay for it out of pocket. And then it would be sustaining. Because then the risk of doing something like that is, like, it becomes contingent upon my desire to pay for it or whatever, unless we fix that. Okay, let's just keep going here. Then we'd have to decide on a mod pack, and we'd have to I need somebody to help me administrate it, you know, because I'm stupid, not built for that. No, I could get behind that, though. I could get behind, like, a community SMP. I could stream on it, like, once or twice a week out of my streams, and that could be cool. That could be cool. Could do, like, community events and stuff. Somebody has made a good idea. Somebody's made a good idea. It would have to be, like, subscriber only or something, I feel like. I also, I don't know how I would be able to organize it in such a way that it wasn't blah. I'll talk to some people. I have some friends who do that sort of stuff. Maybe I'll see what we can do, see what they think about that idea. I can stand the metagaming Minecraft PvP streamers and those cringe PvP servers. Yeah, I have not been a big, like, I don't consume, this is so strange and almost, like, hypocritical in the way. I don't consume Minecraft content, like, at all. And I haven't in, like, a long time. Yeah, I joined an LP server. I'd have to do something to, like, fix it so that, like, it wasn't rabble or, like, botted to crap, you know what I mean? I'd have to figure out a way to moderate it effectively more than anything else. But I could totally get behind doing that. See, because like I'm like kind of pretty fundamentally opposed to doing something like subscriber only, because then like it feels like you're paying me for a service, and then like if I don't provide that, like if I decide that I don't want to do it anymore, if I don't want to stream on it, then I'm like failing to provide a service. Like that doesn't feel right to me. So I don't know. I'd have to come up with a way to make it so that like it would not be. What do you mean dance? I'd like to make it so that it wouldn't be easy to grief or whatever, you know? There'd have to be some kind of level of community buy-in required. Oh, no, we don't hurt the flow of water. If I've learned anything about anything, it's that you don't change the flow of water, dude. You let water flow where water needs to flow. Can I just get rid of all of the plant fiber? I literally have 2 stacks of plant twine. There's no need to ever have to worry about that. Make a Patreon for like $1 entry if you get 40-50 the service paper, and it's cheaper than subscriber only. Only join if you're in the Discord. I could almost get behind the like the Patreon thing, but I just don't. I don't know. See, because if I do the only join if you're in the Discord, how easy is it for me and my 100 bots to have one person join the Discord and then ruin it all, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it would have to be on a whitelist system of some kind. All funny inside divert the water from the north to make it an island. Dude, do not divert water, dude. If there's anything I've learned from China, dude, do not divert water. Water goes where water goes, dude. We do not divert it. Make it a channel point reward. Like, oh, if you redeem 10,000 channel points, you get to join the Minecraft server. That doesn't feel fair either. Then I mean, that's the best idea so far. I genuinely think, because like then you're not committing a monetary value to it, but you are committing a requirement of commitment to the to the community, I guess. Throw back to the RLC. Ethiopia's where they have just built the largest hydroelectric dam in Africa. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got nothing wrong with dams. Dams, like, oh god, big dam is assassinating me. Dams typically don't like redirect water flow. You know, they just control how much water, and the water goes in its direction. I'm more talking about canals. You know what I'm saying? Or like taking water out of a body of water and putting it somewhere else in a mass form of irrigation. Similar to like the RLC. You know? Or what used to be the RLC. The items are all just stuck there. Yeah, the RLC is not a salty desert patch. Hey, there's sometimes water in it. It's just not a permanent sea anymore. It's like a temporary lake midway through the year. Like all good bodies of water have become. Oh, I completely forgot about wheat as a product to be grown. That's okay. We got a couple going. I like the look of this little guy we got going on here. Cool. Exclave. We'll patch the wall really quick. And then we can a temporary salty marsh. Yeah, it gets wet there. It gets damp. Wild dogs spawning inside my walls. We'll do torches as well then here pretty soon. But no, I want to think on that. I want to think on that idea. Is there like a definitive go-to multiplayer if we're gonna do like an RP kind of like server thing? Like, is there a mod pack that is like the go-to? Is there like a server host that's a go-to? See, I don't interact with like the community servers I've run in the past when we do them are literally like, okay, it's just for me and my friends who happen to be my quote-unquote community, you know? This would be this idea we're building out for the future would be like, we'll call it my first big community goal, you know? My big community project. Well, we do it in Vindistory instead and let everyone be medieval peasants. That sounds just kind of miserable. I'm the lord, and everyone is my peasants. You are all serfs. You must provide me the yields of your crop. See, because I could get behind like because there's a couple mod packs that are like medieval Minecraft. Those could be cool. Those could be exciting. There's a mod that I think is really interesting. It's called the Origins mod. I don't know how popular that is. Like I said, I don't consume the content. But there was a mod pack I saw that used it instead of to make like races or whatever. They used it for a class system. I don't remember what mod pack it was because I'm stupid. But that seemed really interesting, and that could be cool for like something like that could be cool for an RP. And I don't know if maybe it would be best if we do something custom and if we just like. I don't know. Can you like hire a person to make a mod pack for you? Is that a thing you can do? Like, and do the actual hard part and not. I've seen some RPG packs with that. Like that could be really exciting, I think. But I also know that like those RPG packs usually get stuck as well, big giant RPG slogs that you have to like really commit to. And I don't really want to. I don't want to do a mod pack that has like a definitive win or an end, because then that defeats the roleplay piece, I guess, in my mind. So it would have to be something. It would have to be something that's kind of kitchen sinky almost, and doesn't have like. But like I'd like there to be like I don't know. I'm picky about mod packs, especially with friends. For long-term community, I feel like you need creative stuff. Yeah, I feel like you definitely need the ability to like in all the mods type mod pack, I guess, because all the mods 10, like you get access to like creative mode flight and stuff towards the end, but like there's still kind of the end goal, you know? Custom player animations are creating stuff. Yeah, you definitely need the stuff that's you definitely need the stuff that allows people to express themselves, like good expressive things. I like all the mod packs that I always liked my girlfriend and all of our real life friends played about this time last year. We all played through Big Chad Guys Plus. Like it's a Common mod pack that's like custom skinned and everything. And that one was a lot of fun. But I don't like that could be a really good art. I think that could be that style of thing. They're in the middle of making a new mod pack. Actually, it's called Mayview. I've actually been pretty engaged in that development cycle because I think it's really interesting. And it's got create. It's really built around like they said, what if Stardew Valley meets Minecraft? Um, and so it has that kind of cozy, chill feel. It's got the Cobblemon to engage with, but like it's not the rat is inside the house. Why is he making the cat noise? Can you tame the rat? Can you tame the rat from Animalum? You do RL craft. See, that doesn't sound like a good idea at all. The rat doesn't seem to have any kind of thing to engage with whatsoever. So I guess the rat is just a rat. Sometimes a rat is just a rat. Why not? It sounds delightful. Maybe it's one of those things. I think I'll do the math up to see how much like a server would cost that hosts like let's say 20 people or something, and it's probably the number is probably in like 50 to 60 bucks a month. And I'll then be like, okay, when we've surpassed, like in my mind, then that's 20 subs. When we've surpassed, no, it's 30 subs. Because you get, what do I get, $2 per sub? I actually don't know. I should probably figure that out too. If we're gonna base it on like an income goal so that it's paid for. Sand is also kind of stony. Wood. Oh. Plantables. Plantable. Depends on the mod pack. If you're running a really light pack, you get a pretty cheap server. Yeah, but also you got to think we're also running like there's tons of bodies that would be on it in that case, which means more so than like the RAM or the other thing. Most servers don't offer like unlimited storage until you've gotten to a certain point of paying. And I've seen servers like just ramp up the amount of storage they use just hyper aggressively over the course of like what is ultimately not all that long when you talk about playing like with friends. I don't know, we'll see. And also like because by making it by like predetermining that we want it to be modded, it like automatically like cuts off a huge chunk of people who would have otherwise been able to participate, right? Because it restricts you to Java version and then it restricts you to the capabilities of running modded. I had a lightly modded pack that was marketed for 15 players and was only like 23. See, that could be pretty okay. But no, we're still talking we're talking pretty far in advance. Like I said, I need to. Well, let me literally. I'm just gonna Google it right now. I can do a little bit of this math. How much money does an affiliate get per Twitch sub? Okay, I get a standard 50% split. The tier 1 subscription is $6. So you get I don't want Bedrock players, don't get me wrong. I just mean like it by default is prohibitively. Anyway, so that's what, $3 a sub. We say let's set the goal should probably be then we'll run with $50 in our brain. So then we need to make $100 worth of flat sub. So then I need to do $100 divided by 6. Divided by 6. Okay, we need like somewhere in the ballpark of 20 subs. Somewhere in the ballpark of 20 subs to run, like if we say all overhead, everything that it would cost to run the Minecraft server and all of the back end would cost, like we set that $50 limit. So it's somewhere in the ballpark of 20 subs. It's not like unbelievable. It's also not that far away. I think currently the quote-unquote goal that the channel has set is 30 from whatever I was doing beforehand. So... 20 subs, that's a lot of sandwiches. Dude, do not get me started, dude. I'm hungry as a mother. And, like, for no good reason, man. Like I said, I had 3 square meals today. Just hungry. Look at that. Look at our little farming enclave. How about that? Kind of want to go make this a little bit less harsh. Transition is very aggressive. Tried eating round meals. Man, you're just full of jokes today, Fire. You're just full of jokes. You guys getting a load of this guy? He's basically a freaking comedian. You should be the streamer, man. You should make the content. It's still harsh. Let's keep it up. Let's keep on this back. Maybe they're more filling. I think the big piece is I've been losing weight. I've been trying to lose weight, and I'm still in that stage where I'm just freaking hungry all the time. Oh, it is just 1-to-1. That's nice of them at least. I lost 20 pounds recently, so I don't know I don't know where those dumbbells went. Man, that would have been, I'm sure that was a banger. I'm sure that was a banger, man. I'm sure that. What the shit? What the hell? Fuck you, man. I'll let you live. Drag to text doing me dirty. You don't gotta apologize to me, man. We're getting up there on the grains again, at least. I don't know how I feel about this. This feels, despite being where all of the original blocks were, this feels so artificial. Me changing the flow of water seconds after saying never to change the flow of water. I sure hope, like, this doesn't flood, you know? Living on a floodplains and then making the topsoil lower. Probably not the best idea. Not my finest hour. Let's start working on torches. Well, we can kind of return to the idea of I need twine, fiber, 64 fiber. Do I have 64 sticks conveniently? I do. Just make a quick 64 of these. Does it have to be twine? It does have to be twine. Your insurance doesn't cover flooding. Good property. Yeah, I can kind of feel like it doesn't. It feels a little bit like it doesn't cover. Okay, it does need to be. You know, I'm not one for I told you so's, but I knew I was gonna need this stupid plant junk that I threw out. Knew I would eventually need it. I'm the idiot. I'm the fool. Okay, and then those need to go on sticks. Then we also need 128 more sticks. Hello, Spider-Man. Mr. Spider. You've fallen for the classic blunder. You've thrown yourself into the room. It's okay, you're our fool. Yeah! Yeah, I am your fool. Okay. The parrot's making the baby zombie noise again. Always the parrot, man. Did I get the two? I did not. You must go... This can't be repaired, right? Just a slop. It'll be a good start. It'll be a good start to get some of this stuff going. I actually don't know if I even really need 64 torches for this. I also want to build a bridge, I think. We need to do that relatively soon. Oh, I did not consider doing this 64 times when I committed to this idea. Like, going silent to lock in so I don't keep messing this up. I'm too incapable of... Oh lord. Oh lord. We are 1/4 of the way through this process. Oh, you do not tell me. I maintain the position that that is a dumb game mechanic that should not have a freaking jump scare built into it, man. What? What the heck? What? What is this? What is this? What? A way to not mess with it. Oh, hey, we're gonna have another ad. It's been another hour already? We'll do the same thing. I'm liking the build that we've been kind of working towards, where it's like when there's an ad, we take a couple minutes off, I throw some music on, I stretch my legs, because it's been better. I think today's the first day we've been really doing it, and I've been appreciating that as a little bit of a break, like a mental break, to let my funny bone kick back in. So I feel like at times I start to lose the funny. Using the funny too much. You know, you hear about use it or lose it. Sometimes I feel like I'm using it, and because I'm using it, I'm losing it, you know? Dude, I hope I get a regular crafting table soon. You're halfway. The train of thought sometimes needs to refuel. Yeah, that's what I have no idea how long ago that was sent. I've been like locked in a trance, dude. And I'm about to be out of sticks. Alright. We'll start at the farm, because there's like a pretty clear and obvious spot. Yeah, but we'll do the torch in the farm. And then we'll kind of go, this is what I know need light. And more than anything, this is for mob spawns, because I do think I'm going to take the time and put totems around the entire ring, and then kind of in spots that are going to give us the luck, the night vision, and the speed. And that way we can pretty consistently not have to worry about that. No, I saw a mob spawning up here, so I know up here is kind of like it's the wild west of our territory. Go. I'll kind of go the coast a little bit. And we'll kind of get one up here. And we'll do one out here. And I think that lights up this side pretty reliably. Then we'll jump over here. We'll kind of do the same thing. We'll start at kind of the high risk areas. So we'll kind of go around the corners here, where I know there's darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. We crafted all the way to the night, so I'm having a hard time like really understanding where those spots need to be. But a little bit of randomness, I think, is also beneficial, just because that allows it to really look kind of natural, at least for the kind of era that we're in so far. And then as we kind of progress and we put trails down and get everything really organized in here, because I kind of want paths back when I played it. Lantern posts made up of the horse totems along a path for speedy travel. Yeah, I think unironically, we'll probably do that. Like, that's kind of where my mind was at, which is like, I think I'm literally gonna make like the Rome highway. It's gonna have totems along it, and then it's gonna be a pathway, and then I'll take my horse, and then like I don't know if there's trains or whatever, but eventually like all paths are gonna follow that Roman highway. The ad break is about to drop in, which is perfect timing. Like I said, I'm gonna take that 3 minutes and walk away for a little while. I think you guys should too. Make sure you have snacks, get yourself something to drink, enjoy the music if you're gonna stay here. But do stand up. Do stand up. I cannot recommend enough that you guys get a little bit of a exercise. So I will see you guys in 3 minutes. I did it again. I pressed the live scene or the starting scene screen, so the live scene screen. We're back. I got an apple. That's it. That's all that changed with me in 3 minutes. Stretch my legs a little bit. Oh my god. This game is like just the most like... Oh, that's what I mean. It's so full of jump scares, man. Wild dogs are bastards. They really come after you, dude. They really come after you. Spooky as hell. Okay. That tree's never getting cut down. How exciting for it. There's now a hyper tree. The big tree. I need more sticks, that's what I need. Like allowing myself to get distracted. Oh, there's only a flint one. There's not a bone work blade. I need... I didn't pause the music. I had the music still playing, just super quiet. Just tripping me out. Black twine, flint, and then I need sticks, which I have none of. So I need to go get some sticks, and then I can... The wall will just have constantly just like broken... Okay, there's enough sticks to get the thing built. Until I build the actual entryway, it's just gonna be horrible. Just gonna be horrible. That's what I have to say. cool. New work blade done. Perfect. That'll get us more sticks. Bread. In here. Resolve most of that issue. A little more bread. Cool. More sticks. Ideally, we get 42 more sticks, I guess. And then once we have more sticks, we can begin the process of finishing. I guess we can finish the process of torches, and then we'll try to get some spiders knocked out. And then if we can get some spiders knocked out, can these be planted? No, they just make red dye. Man, that'd be a good little source of food to go for. Anyway, we'll go for some spiders, and then once we go for some spiders, the purpose of the spiders is obvious. We're going to try to get a hold of, enough string to get some more leaves going, and then we can get enough leaves going to have a decent-sized horse population living around inside of our... Oh, that's so pretty. A decent-sized horse population living inside of the fort. We can name the fort. I think I'll be comfortable naming the fort once we have like enough animals living there that I can consider it like an actual fort and not just, dude, screw off, you silly little gooses. Once we have enough beasts, you know, probably once we have bison in here. I know buffalo are a thing. Bison, buffalo. What have you. Yeah, you need to sound like a creeper. That's a good sound for you to have. Guys, we've done it. Guys, we have, oh my goodness, we have it. We've done it. Speaking of ensuring we have enough beasts, we have a parrot. It took almost all of our seeds, so I'm not going to get a second parrot yet. We have a parrot. We have a parrot, and he is joined by a couple of horses. That's our current status. And we replaced our stick stash, and we got the sticks we need. Unrun over my freaking over and over again today. I just got tangled up in my blanket and then just kind of ruined. That's not my rock. Let's go and let's get it started in here. Let's get it started in hot. I actually legitimately have no names whatsoever for this fort. It doesn't feel right to call it just like Fort Amnestria, because Amnestria is the world, you know? Fort of fortuitous fort. No, I don't know. Amnestria sounds so like it's like English speaking European, you know. So I feel like it has to be English speaking European sounding, the name. But also, like, it's arbitrary, you know? It's gotta be, like, a sort of arbitrary name. Otherwise, what was the point, you know? It's gotta have an arbitrage to it that doesn't mean much because it's fantasy, right? So it still has to have like a very blatant fiction to it. Okay, low key. Think we're pretty lit up in here now. Let the sun come down, and we'll use the nighttime to see if we need to use our 18 other torches. Obviously, the fort will never be like perfectly impenetrable until we go like and conquer the hills. But I'd say prehistoric man is doing a pretty good job right now. Like, this darkness is definitely like mob spawn territory. Battles tomorrow then? I don't know. We just do what we want, man. It's all hobbies, man. Too much you people, you view me only as what you can get from me, you know? Inspiration for Outland Saga doesn't strike me every day, unfortunately. I'm as disappointed by it when it occurred as you are. But not every day can be an Outland Saga day. I did already dedicate 2 hours of my day to it today. Onboarding and back-end work and actions. Battles take a lot of mental focus, yeah, focus might be the word. Mental energy. Gotta walk in and do the battles a lot. My brain's not always where it needs to be to make it happen. Sometimes I just want to build my Minecraft fort. Oh my goodness. I wonder if my eyes are just getting dried and irritated from just the weather. It just feels like there's something in my eye all day long today. Well, we're lit up. We have successfully patched our creeper holes. We've established agriculture. We obviously finished the wall. It's pretty sick. Work's coming along nice. Book storage. I like the wall. I also like the wall. Maple sapling. Regarding tomorrow's stream stuff, I have an interview at 10 and then an interview at 1:30. I think what I'll do is my stream tomorrow will be just short, and it'll be between those two interviews. They're both video interviews, so I don't have to like worry about leaving. So I'll probably stream from like 11 to 1. So only like 2 hours instead of my typical 3. But then that still gets a stream out of the way. Wednesday should be a normal stream day. I don't have anything in my brain that would tell me that will be unavailable or will miss Wednesday. Thursday, I have to be in a city a couple hours from here at 8 a.m. For an interview, and then they wanted me to do an hour. They wanted me to set aside an hour for the interview and an hour to visit one of their restaurants. So that'll be, and then obviously the 2 hours back. So I don't know if I'll stream Thursday. Thursday, if I do stream, it'll be a later stream, probably closer to the afternoon. I also don't know what my girlfriend does for work, so I don't know what her expectations of me are that day. And then that's probably the end of my freedom, my complete freedom. Because I'm either going to accept a job tomorrow or Thursday. And then, I mean, shit. Hopefully I'm in a job that only works 4 days a week, like I used to be. If not, hopefully the shifts are not 12 hours. One or the other would be okay. But, don't think I can do both anymore. TBH. As some of you know, I was starting to get a little worn thin by the conclusion of that era. Some other housekeeping stuff. We're gonna like line this wall. Let's get, okay, 1, 2. Let's get this all cleaned up. What is this that it is so hard? Ortho. What is ortho cobblestone? Is it used for anything? It's pretty as hell is what it is. But I don't know that I can recommend, like, how long it takes. At least not at this era. Need to get me a freaking diamond pickaxe. Okay, there that goes. There's all that. Okay, cool. And then we'll break out. Cool. Alright, and then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 cobblestone smelted into stone. So I'll just do a quick 16 onto the grill, since I actually have almost enough already. We'll replace it. We'll just make it all. Work on the beautification project of a little bit here. Okay, you do still get the torch back. So let's do here and here for the torch. Then we'll have a couple torches in here instead of just the one. And then, like I said, we'll get the 5 there, and then we can start now. Start getting just bajillions of slabs. Oh man, how original. Can't wait to... Dude, I hate it so much. Dude, I hate it. I hate it more than anything I've ever had to interact with, ever. Why? Why is it so loud? And such a scary sound, too, man. What am I doing here, dude? So I'm like Radiohead. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Where? Dude, how's the grain looking? Dude, we're still only at like 50% grain, dude. We almost died due to lack of grain. Our complex carbohydrates were almost falling apart. Complex carbohydrates are the good ones, right? We want complex carbohydrates, or do we not want complex carbohydrates? I can never remember if we want simple or unsimple. That really shows you guys I do not understand like macros at all. So does me a favor on that front at least. I just don't get them, man. Oh man, another rock is broken. What a good game mechanic, guys. I love that I have to use the stupid rock. Stupid. Oh man, where would I be without the rock? Where would I be without using my humble rock? Smooth, Chauncey. Good job. Anyway, part of what I wanted to accomplish today, and something I think I did a pretty okay job successfully accomplishing, is I wanted to, with this second stream, kind of streamline a number of the processes that led me to struggling before. So, like, we only had the 4 drying racks when we were making leather. Well, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 20. We worried about inventory space, and we only had 2 chests. Well, now we have 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 21 chests. We were worried about protection and safety, so we built the wall. We were worried about food, so we built the farm. So I think this is a good, like, a streamlined way of resolving a lot of the resource allocation issues we were facing early. That was kind of contributing to I don't want to say the stress, because I don't think the game is stressful or I felt much stress, but it alleviates some of the more negative aspects of what we've been up to. I'm going to polish up the wall a little bit, because we did a little bit of that landscaping. I want to make sure the wall is completely covered. And then we kind of have to, we'll kind of take a lay of the land a little bit, and think about what we want to do. We can always dig into the hill, you know, as time necessitates. We can always recess this back piece of the wall. We can always recess this back into the cave, because there's a big cave over here. There's a big cave over here that I've not even dared enter, but that could buy us some more real estate up into there if necessary, depending on what it looks like. Kill some spiders. Let's kill some dang spiders, dude. It's nighttime. Let's go take advantage of it. Chickens, those are gonna be like hyper valuable, honestly, if I can get a seed here. No? Man. Cattle over there. Okay, we need to do animals then before anything else. Before I call it quits, I want to do some of the animals stuff. So let's get some spiders. Get a couple more string for the inevitable goals that we have here. God. And then we can kind of lean into, oh no! Yikes. Then we kind of lean into some of the other stuff that we want to do. So I want to do animals tonight, obviously, like I said. And I want to kind of get to a point where we are, dude. Are there no spiders? Of all the creatures that infest this land, are spiders not one of them? All the trees grow so far into a dome. Great to run on beneath the sun, bird and ash. I didn't think about cotton, dude. I didn't think about cotton, dude. I was not thinking about cotton. And now I'm thinking about cotton. I'm realizing I probably have the string to make a couple more leads. What? Maybe not. All of the cotton farm has been for naught. The cotton farm yielded 2 string. Okay. We'll look in the mob drops chest. Mob drops chest. We got a couple more string. Okay, and then we need leather cordage, which I imagine ended up somewhere. Yes. Did I end up putting other leather straps anywhere else? This was foolish of me. This is shoot. Managed to kind of shorten my goal a little bit here. It's that. Let's see if I can memorize this right. And then is it that? Is that the lead? Does that do it? Yeah, okay. Well, we got one. That's what I need. Okay, cool. We can do more of that stuff tomorrow. Cool. Let's get some seeds for the chickens. Let's get some other assorted goodies for the other assorted animals. Seeds and wheat. Cool. Organized agriculture. We really are kind of springboarding into what I would consider like civilization, you know? Let's do the more difficult animals first, because the horses are going to be easy. Let's get the bigger animals going. Let's go, Mr. Cow. Let's go, Mr. Cows. Okay, 3. It's going to be fine. I lost all of their attention, dude. Another chicken out here. Hello, Mr. Chicken. Is there a second chicken? The second chicken. Cool. 4th cow, but not 4th cow's not much my problem. Both of you take interest in this, please. Hello. Can you take interest in this, please? Yes. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's go. Come on. Can we be interested at least a little bit? Come on. I got all your attention now. Now I got their attention. And then we can lead the horses in. That won't be a problem. And then, hell yeah. We're entering organized agriculture. Oh my god, it's so cool. Come on, chickens. Come on, guys. Yes, yes. Join us in here. Join us deep into the abyss. You're so far away, you don't even think about food. Alright, now let's get a couple horses. This one will be the easy one, I think. Kind of yank him up a little bit, yank him. There we go, perfect. That gets us our fourth horse. Oh, no it doesn't, because he did not want to come inside. Can horses not come through 1x2s? Does he need a 2x2 door? And then honestly, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that as our animal haul for the day. Why does that keep happening? I'm happy with that as our animal haul. Because that gets us... It's two more of our machines that can be handled by... It's two more of our machines that can be handled by horses. There's cattle. That's 4 cattle, 4 chickens. Awesome. Okay, yeah. Alright. Now that that's all done, I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I think I'm gonna call it for the night. Because we're now at 6 hours of this game today. At about 6 hours is, I think, the point where I start to... I've been on Minecraft too long today. We've gone a long way, though. That's so sick. This is so cool. I'm excited to kind of, like, look back on this and, like, see as our progress goes, you know? Really cool. Be really, really cool. Alright. Yeah, so let's find somebody to raid out to. Make sure we be a little accommodating to those folks. Usually it's like the cozier streamers that are playing at this time of night. So go say hi if you missed parts of this stream or all of it, and you just happen to be clicking in right now. There's gonna be a VOD up probably tomorrow morning. I probably won't upload it tonight from this stream, and that'll be a good way of getting into everything. It'll also be good content for YouTube tomorrow. If you would like to know where to get that or where to get any information about us, you can do !Discord in the chat. That command is going to show up on the ending soon screen in case you just can't think of it. That'll get you a link to our Discord. If you want to find me on YouTube, you can't find that. And the link in the Discord is not good enough. You can do !Socials. That'll get you a link to the YouTube. We upload there. Basically anything that comes up here goes up there. There's also in the works we're working on putting some stuff over there that doesn't come up on here. So thank you guys for coming by. Thank you guys for coming by to a second stream today. It's pretty awesome. I will see you guys tomorrow.